For me, the director Harmony Korine is an acquired taste, and I have a feeling that I've never really acquired a taste for his films. Now, as a writer, I really liked him as a writer, and the only thing that really comes to mind that a movie that he wrote that didn't direct would be 1995's Kids. It's not an easy movie to stomach, it is a very disturbing film, but it's directed really well, and it is quite good, and it was definitely controversial in its day. As I see him as a director, one movie that I saw called Gummo, well, I can't say I really saw it. I probably watched 5 or 10 minutes of it and then turned it off, just because it was just so strange. I didn't get it. That was, at least over 10 years ago. Maybe I could give it another chance to see if I could swallow it. And he's also directed a film called Julian Donkey Boy, which I did kind of like, even though that is so weird. But most of his films are films not for a major audience. They are films that I think just want to please him as a person. I don't know if he really cares if he ever really gets an audience to his movies, because it's just he is a very interesting and strange individual, and as a filmmaker it can be said that it is the same. Now, he has a new movie called Spring Breakers, which has a very recognizable cast, I believe, to a lot of Disney kids. Selena Gomez, was she Disney? I'm not really sure. And Vanessa Hudgens. But what really intrigued me about this movie was James Franco. He just looked really odd. And I wanted to give this movie a chance. I've definitely heard through the grapevine, some of the people I consider our friends have some not so nice things to say. And there's also the critics that are slightly praising this movie. So I kind of went into this film conflicted a little bit. Because man, is this gonna be, I was really surprised to see that this film was going to get into over 1,100 theaters. I don't think a film by Harmony Korine has ever been this accessible and this mainstream. And boy, is it accessible, because I saw it with a crowded audience at a midnight showing, and I just was so surprised. As I was watching this movie, I was thinking, if you guys are liking this movie, I hope that you don't go and start watching all of his other films, because I fear like you're just gonna hate them. You're not gonna enjoy them, because it's nothing like this. This is his most mainstream film I've ever seen, out of the films that I've actually seen and gotten through. But yeah, this is just a strange ride, and I have to say, James Franco does some of the best work he has done in a long time. I don't know if he's pulled such a strange and weird performance. I believed in this story. It gets quite ridiculous, especially near the end, but I kind of enjoyed this movie, because at one minute it does feel kind of a mainstream film, and then another minute it feels a little an art house, kind of independent cinema, which I also enjoy, and it kind of infuses those together. And I'm just surprised that this film is getting a wide audience. I'm really curious to see how much money it's going to make, because it'll be definitely in the history books, according to Mr. Korine, because I don't think he's ever had this kind of success. But we'll have to see what happens this weekend. There are some other kinds of films, especially some family movies and some action movies coming out. It's a big weekend, let's just say. But overall, I have to say, I enjoyed this experience. I don't know, as I was watching it, I felt like, is there some sort of deeper meaning here? Is there a commentary on the youth and the young adults and how they act at spring break? And I felt like sometimes it was like that, and then other times it felt like, no, we just want to see people naked, and we just want to see these beautiful women, lots of beautiful women in scantily clad clothing. But I have to say, the whole experience and the whole ride I was taking, I was never bored. I was completely entertained the entire time, and I overall enjoyed this movie a lot. But I have to say, I don't know if I can recommend this movie, because I know a lot of people that I personally know might not enjoy it. So you might want to go into this movie very cautiously. Just be on your best guard, I guess you could say. Read some stuff, read some reviews. This is a movie that is not for everyone, but for me, as a film goer, I actually really enjoyed it. I felt it to be quite just interesting to watch. And I love the way it was shot. I like the way it looked, the way it was edited, the style of it. I enjoy the acting, especially James Franco. I think James Franco steals the movie once he enters in it. And for me, he was the best part of the whole film. And all the beautiful women. God bless beautiful girls. Thank heaven for little girls, 'cause little girls get bigger every day. Thank heaven for I'm sorry. I'm gonna give Spring Breakers 3.5 stars. Yes. I hope my friends still love me. I really enjoyed this movie, and yeah, if you go on this movie and you hate it, that's okay too. This movie is definitely a strange experience. That's all I gotta say. It was definitely an experience. Yeah. Okay. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm also on Twitter and I'm on Facebook. And please go to WeLiveFilm.com and subscribe right here on YouTube to We Live Film. And also go to WhoYouTube.com. I think that one of the coolest things about this movie was the soundtrack. I loved all the music. You know, it's the music, yeah. I think I enjoyed the music the most. I don't know what else I can say. Yeah, be cautious, my friends. Be cautious. Don't go in this movie blind.